Yo, what up guys, Ross Scalps here, and in this video I'm reviewing Twisters. Alright, so this movie's directed by Lee Isaac Chung, and I've never heard of him in my life. So I took a look at some of his movies, and he's done a movie called Minari and Abigail Harm. Two cult classics, right? But besides that, you have some notable actors. Obviously, Glenn Powell, the standout from Top Gun. Daisy Edgar Jones, you know, she's been in Where the Crawdad Sings and a movie called Normal People. Nothing really notable for her. Along with that, you have Anthony Ramos, who's been in The Bad Guys and Dumb Money. And finally, you have David Cornsweet, or in other words, Superman. Alright, so this movie is basically about a girl named Kate, and during a tornado chase, her and her friends get into an accident. And the accident leaves her questioning her career and what she's doing. So she decides to move on from chasing the tornadoes and instead work behind a desk. But after a while, she reunites with an old friend who gets her back out chasing tornadoes, and while they're doing that, there's some competition that arises. And so they're competing, trying to chase these storms, get the data, but then they realize they have to unite when the danger arises. And that's really the movie. You know, I didn't watch the original Twister movie, so this movie could have a ton of references that I'm not going to get. But going into this without any knowledge of the other one, I wasn't expecting much. I just saw a movie about chasing tornadoes, really. Like, how could that be entertaining? Like, you're just chasing a tornado and you're going to try and stop it. But with that being said, I wanted to keep an open mind. You know, I figured this could be good or could be eye-opening in a way. And after watching it, I got to say, I liked it. But at the same time, I can see if people don't. Now, I'll start with some of the pros, some of the things I liked. And I think the main thing is the actors in this movie. Glenn Powell obviously carries. Him and Daisy, their chemistry and their connection, just their screen time. They do a good job. Along with Anthony Ramos, he's a good supporting character. And even David Cornsweet has some funny moments, you know? But I think just like the main three actors in here, they all do a good job, especially with like the love triangle thing that they have, the friend triangle, love triangle, whatever it is. I think they do a good job of that. You know, with Anthony's character, along with Daisy and then Glenn, they all kind of do a good job connecting each other. Another thing is I felt like it was entertaining. You know, while, yeah, they're just chasing storms, I think their presence, the character's presence alone, along with all the imagery and whatnot, and the story, the tension that was going on between the characters made it good enough to be invested in for the most part. You know, they usually make movies about cops or guns or cars, but this is about a tornado. But no, it was different, and I appreciated that. So those are some of the things that I liked. Now, in terms of the cons, I would have to say possibly the pace. I think in the first half, the movie kind of drags a little bit. And I'm not saying it did for me necessarily, but the person I was watching with, they didn't really like the movie. And they felt like the first half let them down. While the second half is better, in my opinion, the first half might have been a little slower. And I think in this movie, Anthony got done dirty. You could kind of relate to him in a way if you've ever been in a position like that or even seen similar things to that of liking a girl and her just picking the cooler guy over you. Not that it's happened to me, you know. It wouldn't happen to me. But no, he was done dirty. And, you know, I mean, that's a pro con. I don't know. It sucks, man. I was rooting for him, but nope. And then I think the story was kind of, I don't know. I think that's where you're going to lose the general audience. Like, for me, I enjoyed it because I enjoyed Glenn Powell. Along with Daisy and Anthony's performance, like their chemistry, all three of them working together, really. That's why I like the movie. But in terms of the story, like chasing a tornado, really? I don't know. It just seemed kind of redundant in a way. Like they kept chasing one and then they chased one and then they chased one. You could tell what was going to happen at the end. Like, you know what was going to happen. So it was a predictable ending. And I think that's just the main thing. The returning fans, the ones who've watched the first one, I think you'll probably enjoy this one. You know, I've already seen reviews of people enjoying this one and comparing it to the first, saying it's just like the first or there's callbacks. But for people who haven't seen the first and this is a movie where you don't know what to expect or you weren't even really looking forward to watching it or it's just a random movie, right? It's like a tornado. You know, it's here one week and then next week you forget about it. It's gone. Like, that's how this movie is, I feel like. For general audiences, I don't know how much they'll enjoy this. But for me personally, I liked it. But with that being said, I'm going to give this a salty popcorn. I think it just depends on your interest level. If you're interested in this movie, I think you'll definitely enjoy it. But if you have low interest, I mean, obviously, you're probably not going to like it anyway. So, but yeah, those are just my thoughts. You know, comment below what you think and if you like the movie. And with that being said, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.